What's up, everybody? Been thinking about it and spend more time with my kids and whatnot. I think I'm gonna just quit blogging today. I don't know, it was fun, but lasted longer than I thought, lasted longer than a lot of people thought, but just too much time, so might just call it here. I don't know. Might do one or two. Hey, Max. Might do one or two more, but what are you gonna do? You gotta live life. You can't just sit here worrying about YouTube. I'm just kidding, huh? April Fools, did I get you? Oh, God, what a terrible April Fool's joke, huh? Speaking of April Fools, today's my late grandpa's birthday, Grandpa Burrow. So, RIP to Grandpa Burrow today. I texted my mom and said I was thinking about him today, which I was, so... missed my, I think, let's see, let's double check here. Yeah, all my grandparents have passed on, so I guess it's going to take a minute here to kind of reflect on the fact that, I don't have any more grandparents alive anymore, so it's a little bit sad, but, makes you kind of, I told Jackson, that's one thing I talked about him is because, he's at the age where we say, like, Jackson, you say hi to your aunties and uncles, and you say hi to your grandmas and grandpas, and, no, typical kid stuff. So, then we started to talk a little bit about how, his grandparents aren't going to be around forever, and it's hard to explain in kid terms, but we kind of made it sound like the more he says hi and gives him hugs, then the longer they'll be around, I guess. So hopefully that works for now. I don't know. Anyways, but speaking of April Fools, what I wanted to talk about today was in 10th grade was probably my best April Fool's prank. I mean, it's not like I've done a bunch. I've probably done, less than 5 good ones I can even think of in my 30 plus year career on this earth. But the best April Fool's by far, I think, was I was in 10th grade, and it was science class, and the teacher was very strict. It was first period. The teacher was very strict on tardiness, right? So the day before, on March 31st, whatever, I said, hey, let's April Fool's the class tomorrow on April Fool's Day. I'll come in late, like, a good, like, minute late, and you make a scene about, because, like I said, she was a stickler about tardiness, right? So I said, but you say that I have 3 or 4 tardies, and, and you pretend to call the security officer, and that I have, in-school suspension or whatever. I got to go to the principal's office, you kind of sell it, right? And I said, and I'll sell it too, and we'll see what happens. And she was really cool, actually. She was really cool. So as strict as she was about tardiness, she was actually a really cool teacher. So so the next day comes, and I come in, I'm lingering out in the hall, and then I kind of wait an extra minute or two. I come in, and we had an assignment due or something. So she's kind of like a little bit distracted because she had kids coming up to her asking about this assignment. And then she goes, Brian, you're tardy, and I said, yeah, whatever, trying to act all cool. And she marks it in her book, and she says, that's your 4th tardy. I'm going to have to call the principal. You're going to have to go down to the office. I'm going to call security. And, then all of a sudden, people kind of were starting to notice, like, okay, what the heck's going on? And then I said, yeah, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And, and I made this big scene. And I said, I don't need security. And I grabbed my backpack and my jacket, and I kind of just ran out of the room. And I said, forget this. I don't need this or whatever. I'm going home. I kind of forget all the details. Doesn't matter. I leave the class, and she kind of follows after me, saying, then she pretends to call security back, like, hey, the student's on the move, and I need help quick. And she follows me out into the hallway. And then we're both kind of laughing out there. And she's like, well, what do we do? What do we do now? And then I say, all right, well, you pretend like you talked to me and you caught me, and you kind of grab my jacket and bring me back into class. So she brings me back into class, and I kind of just put my head down, and the whole class is silent. They're just like, what is going on? And, it's not like I was a perfect student. I was a goofball, class clown, whatever. But at the same time, like, I still, the way that she handled it, the fact that she was so upset, the whole class was silent. It was so good. And then it was like 2 or 3 minutes go by and she's grading papers. People would come up, people would ask her about the assignment, and she was just, she did a really good job acting all pissed off. And I just had my head down at the desk, and no one wanted to talk to me either because they didn't want to be associated with me. And then she goes, you know what, class? I'm just sick and tired of these students, so entitled and blah, 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 and thinking they can do this and that. And then she's like, do you know what day it is? And someone was like, it's April 1st or something. And, or like, it's Monday, it's Tuesday, whatever day it was, everyone was scared to answer. And then, no one's like linking the dots that it's April Fool's Day because they were so afraid of getting in trouble. And then I finally stood up and I go, April Fools or whatever. And then she kind of broke her, she starts laughing and we start laughing, and the whole class was still kind of like hesitant, like what the hell? And then it started to dawn on them like that we tricked them, and oh my gosh, it was so good. So anyways, that's my best April Fool's joke. I went in with the teacher and we fooled the whole class into thinking that I got in big trouble for being tardy. So anyways, this video is getting on now. I'm out here walking the dogs, having a good day. Tomorrow's Friday. I'm doing biceps, triceps today, so I'm gonna go home and do that. Other than that, hopefully everyone has a good day and doesn't get tricked too bad by any April Fools. So peace out, everybody.